Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to Daily Masters Cast. Now, I had planned to do another one today. There's a really nice long game with Happy in it and a guy called Acro, I think, ACRO. It was looking pretty sweet, but to tell you the truth, I'm actually feeling a bit crook today. My nose is running like you would not believe, and I just feel like shit, so what I'm going to do is I'm just recasting this other game. It's fairly short. It's not like a taken from a tournament pack or anything. It's just a random Masters game. I took off the net, so I can't say alright, these guys are WCS quality, but it is still definitely a Masters level game. So yeah, I'll be checking this out, and it's a lot shorter, so you won't have to listen to my my messed up sick voice all day. And yeah, hopefully I'll start recovering. And I was helping somebody move some stuff out, and they just ripped up the carpet. There was dust everywhere, and I shouldn't have helped them, but I should have just sat back and said, you know what, I'm not helping you, whatever. But no, I helped them, and now I'm sick, so it's not good. Dust just does very bad things to my hay fever. But yeah, we're just going to be moving on, checking out this game. So we've got Mr. Xenos down the bottom right side of the map, doing a whole bunch of stuff. He's getting straight into a barracks off his supply depot, which is pretty awesome. Scouting probe coming in, and this is from Mr. Bubbles, PPG Bubbles. I'm not sure if the PPG is like a clan title or if it's just part of his name. But he's doing alright. He's getting down a gateway and a pylon. So both players playing fairly standard so far. Nothing really exceptionally crazy going on. The probe definitely trying to do some crazy stuff here, but finally gets chased away. Oh man, so there it goes. And the probe, man, very tenacious, going after that worker. He's going to need something else to chase that probe away. There we go, the SCV thinking about doing it, but not quite going to be able to. This SCV, it looks like he's a little bit lost, but should get back to the main base at some point. Just got, yeah, not too much going on. 3-3, double gas, nice and early. So this is definitely telling us that something may be going on. Maybe it's probably early tech more than anything else. Because if you're going for something like a 4-gate or something like that, you don't need your second gas until you've actually got all 4 gates out, and then you start pumping out 4 stalkers at a time. That's when you start to need the gas. But of course, an early mothership core probably does need a bit more gas. But I keep looking at the wrong player. I keep looking at this guy. He's got like 8 gas, and I'm like, wow, he's mining off too. So it's actually Bubbles over here. I hate it when they do that, when you've got the person on the left side of the map who's actually on the right side of the display. It's so dodgy. Oh man, my voice sounds like shit. But anyway, this Reaper's got to be coming through. Might be able to sneak into the main base. There it goes. Is it going to see any sort of tech? No, there is no sort of tech. He's actually only got the 1 gate and the cyber core. He's getting an expansion though, which is why his tech is so far behind. But I'm sure he'll be getting out some more tech very soon, because he could not survive on the amount of buildings he has right now for very long. But we can definitely see the gas starting to go up. I mean, that's 250 gas just sitting there, even with the Stargate coming up now. So definitely Stargate is a fairly good decision, because that will be able to siphon off a lot of that gas right there. But on the other hand, we do have Mr. Xenos, and he is going for double barracks play at the moment. 2 barracks at around the 6-minute mark. It's not a bad start. You'd probably be hoping you'd get another couple of ones there, but he does have a command center. That's the natural expansion coming out, so that should be pretty sweet. And it's got to be some sort of crazy Stargate play which finishes this game, because I know the game doesn't last that long. So my guess would be the Stargate, because I mean, he's sending 4 Marines over, another 3 reinforcements. I think that Bubbles should be able to counter this. He just needs to warp in a couple of more stalkers. Although his warp gate tech isn't anywhere near done, so... Oh, there we go, just takes him out. Is he thinking about getting a 3rd base? That is not a good idea. You're going to get swarmed by Marines very soon. I mean, there's 9 of them out. There's 2 more at a Marauder. This is actually looking like a fairly scary force. 11 Marines and a Marauder coming out, knocking on your doorstep. Not a good thing to be seeing. And I mean, Bubbles could handle 8 Marines, but 11 Marines and a Marauder, especially with Stalkers in his army, mainly Stalkers, I feel like he may be in a lot of trouble here. And the Stargate, and Oracle's going to come out, is going to do some economic harass. It's not going to do any sort of harass for the actual units. So Bubbles may be in a lot of trouble right here. He's just getting too greedy, I think. I mean, look at this right now. What are we? We're at the 7.5 minute mark of the game. He has a single gateway. He's getting double forge with a single gateway. This is too greedy. I mean, you're getting the Nexus down. At this point, you need to have 3 gateways, and you need to be building off all 3 of them just to get a force to deal with any sort of stuff going on. Because here we go, missile turret. So that guy's going to get knocked away. And here comes the army, and Bubbles is going to be crapping himself right now because he cannot possibly hope to defeat this army. It's just too big, and I think he's made a very, very grave mistake here. He went for a lot of high tech, or not a lot, but he went for the Stargate first off, and he didn't have anything to back up against the general ground sort of stuff going on, so not good at all. He's getting 2 gateways now, but I think it's going to be too little, too late. Because, yeah, he's building it right at the front, so they're going to get massacred straight away. Not good at all, and yeah, the forces, he's just not going to have the forces right there. And there we go, there's the GG. So Bubbles going straight for the Stargate without a thought for the 2nd and 3rd gateways, getting out the units. And I mean, even if you don't scout this, you'd still be expected that you have some sort of inkling that, alright, he's probably going to have some stuff there, because that's a pretty decent starter for the Terran against a Protoss army. Is just get 2 or 3 barracks out. In this case, it was 2, although he did have a factory coming out there, so it's a bit slow on the tech, but that's fine. He was beating a lot of these guys, so yeah, at least 2 or 3 barracks you got to be expecting, and you got to be expected to constantly build off that. So you can say, alright, at the 10-minute mark, he's probably going to have like 20 units or something like that, or 15 units. So I've got to be prepared to deal with that. So you've got to have the core units, Zealots and Stalkers, and you've got to have at least a core army built off 3 gateways for a decent amount of minutes, and then to be able to use them to bounce off and tech up from there. So you tech up, but you've got to make sure you've got the core units. If you tech up without having the core defenses, without having these core units like Zealots and Stalkers and Sentries to protect your base, I mean, you can get really fancy just building Sentries and try and use force fields to sort of block your entrances off. Buy yourself some time, but then you buy yourself some time to build some Stalkers or to build some Zealots. I mean, you still got to have those core units. You cannot survive without them. And that was Bubbles' mistake here. He just did not get those units. So anyway, that has been this game, and yeah, we will be checking out another one tomorrow. Maybe we'll get into some of the long games again, the really good games, but I don't want to be casting them while I'm sick. So we may just be casting some more random masters from all over the place. There'll definitely be one tomorrow, unless if I get any more sick, then we may just have to say bugger it, we're not casting. And in that case, I'll probably put out an announcement on my channel or something saying Daily Master's not happening today, but whatever. Hopefully I get better, and yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.